All right, so we're going to start with foam rolling and using a lacrosse ball for the quads. All right, so muscle group on the front of the leg. It's typically easier to start with rolling both legs at the same time. All right, let's go ahead, Noah. All right, so I really like to go up and down the full length of the muscle. So going from like the top of the hip all the way to the top of the knee. Not rolling over the kneecap itself, but just going just above it. And if you've never foam rolled before, then it's a good place to start with both legs. Now, if you have foam rolled before and you need to put more pressure, then the way that you would do that is instead of foam rolling both legs at the same time, you'll foam roll one leg at a time. So your body will have to be off to the side of the foam roller, and you're going to use your upper body and your lower body to help propel you to go up and down. You don't have to go fast with this. You take your time, and then going all the way up to the top of the hip as high as you can go, and going again to right above the kneecap. So this is one technique that you can do. You can do like full length up and down the muscle. You can also hold sustained pressure. So we all have those spots that are called trigger points or knots in the muscle. And if you hold sustained pressure on that spot for about 30 to 45 seconds, that can also be beneficial to help improve flexibility and reduce pain and sensitivity in that area. Another way to progress that would be to hold that sustained pressure, but then to add some active movement to it. So for the quads, what that would look like is you would find a tender spot, and then you will bend and also straighten or flex and extend the knee. And you can perform several repetitions of that. There's no perfect time in terms of the length of time that you need to foam roll to receive benefits, but I usually like to set a timer for 3 to 5 minutes and have in mind specific muscle groups that I want to roll, and then I address those. You can relax, Noah. Another thing that you can do that you don't want to forget about is not just rolling the front of the quad, but the quad is also like on the side of the leg and also on the inside of the leg as well. So as you're rolling, you want to make sure that you hit those different components of the muscle group as well. So Noah, let's do that also. We're going to roll the side of the quad. Same thing, going to the top of the hip, going down to the top of the knee. And then you can roll like the inner thigh medial portion of the quad. Very good. And one thing that you can do is if you don't want to use a foam roller and you want to get even more targeted and pinpoint, then you can use something like a tennis ball or a lacrosse ball. Tennis ball is going to be softer, and it can be a little slippery sometimes. It doesn't always stay where you want it to. A lacrosse ball, though, would be a progression from the tennis ball. It's definitely more dense, but it helps it stays where you want it, and it's more targeted. So we're going to do some of the similar things that he did with the foam roller, but using a lacrosse ball. So again, you can go up and down the muscle, okay? You can also find those tender spots and then put that ball there and hold sustained pressure. And then you can also add that active movement with or combined with that sustained pressure as well. And don't just find one spot, find another spot also, okay? They all contribute to keeping the muscle from being as flexible as we want it to be. All right, you can relax, Noah.